After the birth of the Great Rift, the galaxy was split in two, and reality itself began to collapse. Warp storms consumed entire systems, communications failed, and the Astronomican's light flickered across the void. In this age of madness, the Tyranids adapted faster than any other species. While the Imperium struggled to rebuild its broken defenses, the Hive Mind saw opportunity. The chaos of the Rift created countless isolated worlds, ripe for harvest. From the darkness beyond the galactic plane, Hive Fleet Leviathan re-emerged stronger, faster, and infused with new genetic material stolen from the Orc Empire of Octarius. Leviathan's tendrils spread like a disease through the southern borders of the Segmentum Solar, its swarm beasts infused with orcoid aggression and durability. Each organism became more violent, their behavior more unpredictable. Imperial tacticians reported that Leviathan's broods no longer followed predictable assault patterns. They attacked in waves designed to overwhelm even the most disciplined defenders. Some magi biologists proposed that the hive mind was no longer simply feeding, it was experimenting, testing new forms of war to counter humanity's every possible reaction. At the same time, a new hive fleet, designated Kronos, appeared with a terrifying purpose. Unlike other fleets, Kronos focused on purging warp-based entities. Its bioforms were evolved to resist psychic corruption and to hunt demons themselves. The Inquisition theorized that Kronos was the hive mind's adaptation to chaos itself, a biological reaction to the warp storms spreading across the galaxy. To the Imperium, this was a grim sign. The Tyranids were not only surviving the Age of Darkness, they were thriving in it. While the Indomitus crusade under Robot Guilliman pushed forward to reclaim lost territories, the Tyranid menace multiplied in the shadows. Entire sectors vanished without a trace, their astropathic beacons extinguished by the psychic shadow in the warp. Planetary governors begged for aid, but the Imperium's fleets were stretched thin, locked in wars on 1,000 fronts. The Tyranids exploited this weakness mercilessly, consuming isolated colonies before help could even be summoned. In some cases, Imperial commanders ordered exterminatus rather than allow their worlds to be devoured. The hive mind's reach grew vast beyond comprehension. Scholars began to suspect that all hive fleets, Behemoth, Kraken, Leviathan, and Kronos, were not separate entities but tendrils of one vast organism encompassing the void between galaxies. The Tyranid presence within the Milky Way might only represent a fragment of their total power. If true, this would mean that what humanity faces is merely a scouting force, a probe sent ahead of an unimaginable hunger lurking in the darkness beyond known space. Within the Orc Empire of Octarius, the war between Orcs and Tyranids reached new heights of savagery. Known as the Octarian War, it became a conflict of pure destruction where neither side could stop fighting. The Orcs saw endless battle as their ultimate joy, while the Tyranids used the slaughter to grow stronger, feeding off the ceaseless conflict. Some Imperial observers theorized that this war was a ticking time bomb. When one side finally wins, the survivor will emerge as a monster beyond comprehension. Either an orc whack of apocalyptic scale or a hive fleet stronger than anything yet seen. The Indomitus era also saw the emergence of Hive Fleet Scylla, which displayed unprecedented infiltration tactics. Instead of launching massive invasions, Scylla seeded dormant spores within Imperial space, lying in wait beneath the surfaces of uncharted worlds. Centuries might pass before these hidden broods awaken, striking at the Imperium when it least expects. This patient, strategic behavior indicated that the hive mind's intelligence was evolving, no longer an instinctive beast, but a calculating predator capable of long-term manipulation. As chaos spread and the Imperium fractured, the Tyranids feasted on both victory and despair. Every battle fought by mankind only fed them further. Dead soldiers, ruined cities, and burning forests all became biomass for the swarm. The Imperium's greatest tragedy was that even in victory, it strengthened its enemy. For every hive fleet destroyed, fragments escaped into the void, regrowing into new broods adapted to their latest defeat. The Adeptus Mechanicus, desperate to understand their enemy, captured fragments of Tyranid tissue for study. Within days, entire research stations went silent. It became clear that even dead Tyranid cells could regenerate and communicate telepathically. The hive mind is not bound by distance or death, it is eternal, aware, and always watching. It evolves not over generations, but within moments, rewriting its own biology to overcome every obstacle. By the 42nd millennium, Leviathan's tendrils had already begun to encroach upon the Sol system itself. Imperial strategists fear that Terra, the heart of the Imperium, may soon face the same fate as Baal. The question haunting the High Lords of Terra is no longer how to defeat the Tyranids, but whether such a thing is even possible. For every human world devoured, the hive mind becomes stronger, and for every victory humanity claims, another fleet emerges from the endless void. The Era Indomitus has proven one brutal truth: the Tyranids are evolution incarnate. They are the end of all biology, the silence that follows the death of worlds. Against them, even the might of the Imperium is but a temporary delay. The galaxy bleeds, and the swarm only hungers more. The hive mind does not rest, it does not reason, and it will never stop. One day, all that will remain of the Imperium will be dust, bones, and the echo of prayers swallowed by the endless hunger of the